Alright, there you have it for 53.3. And let's go ahead and get to the keys of the race car real quick, because I know the format's different, but number 1, tires, specifically your right front and then your right rear, and more than likely in that order. Track's really weird, tightens up. Number 2 is the really wide track, so 12 wideness is not too uncommon on restarts. And the draft matters a lot. That's pretty much the 3 things. Every corner is different, and you're shifting, so that's all to account for the whole lap. So let's go ahead and get to pit road, then the breakdown. Alright, making our way to pit road, 3rd gear. Hopefully by the time we get to the center of the corner, and you're looking out for the left, and 55 mphs. So let's speed that up, because pretty damn long pit road. Leave my crew hanging. There's your pit speed line. Just keep it between the white lines here. Your blue cone dead ahead. And there you go. I changed nothing, pretty much. Track temp, I don't know what it said. I don't remember, but you see it there. Hopefully under the gear. Selection. Yeah, it's build week. I've been busy, that's why. Plus I decided let's just do it this way. I have no benchmark whether this lap was good or not, because again, build week, meaning there's no official A races for me to judge lap times off of. So it's kind of a free-for-all, but it can be slower than this, faster, just whatever. So let's just make our way to 1. And you can see I'm in 4th gear. Got a pretty nice launch. I'm not exactly up against the wall. That's kind of the IndyCar thing. Trying to keep me from losing speed. I'm going to pause it right about here. Alright, let me slow-mo it. Here's where we're going to start braking. I'm going to grab a downshift before we get all the way down into the corner. You want to trail brake it. And at some point you want to let it roll, but that depends if you got it to roll. Now this was an approach that I was being conservative with. You generally want to turn in a little bit later to get a nice arc late, just because of the way the shape of the corner is. You're down to 4th gear. The minute you feel any bit of turn and bite on the front end, you're just going to slam the throttle, because this bitch does not like to turn. So you're going to make it turn, whether it wants to or not. And you use up the entirety of the track. I had nothing left on the front tires. Some people are letting this drag out. I shift the minute the RPMs are where they want to be. And we're going to be looking here at turn 2. So let me pause it here. And depending how you got... Now let's talk about turn 1 again, because if you do a really narrow entry, it'll cut sometimes center, right? But you'll lose it all on exit. And start stressing the right sides more than you really want to. The thing I said not to do in turn 1 was turn in too early, but that's kind of exactly what I'm doing in turn 2. So let me slow-mo it, because we're looking at 3 points here. That cone, the corner to the left, and the sign that's right after the cone. So let me slow-mo it. Looking at this Pocono sign, that's when I start to turn in. It's a little bit early by people's standards. Tiny bit of brake. Another downshift by the time you get here. And this one you can let roll a lot sooner. Which you see here, we're aiming right for that yellow line. I mean directly on it. And the minute we touch that line, we're going to throttle up. You can see I'm already throttling up. And that's to keep the momentum and use a little bit of the track not being even to help some rotation happen. And track out again, because no front grip. And for the last corner, another slow-mo. There's this cone right here on the right. That's my turn in point to tell me when to start, but I don't just, I don't yank it that way. You can see we never went to 5th gear, we just used 4th. I'm using enough trail brake to get this thing to rotate to the bottom. And with the difference of turn 1, I'm letting it roll, but I'm not going to just stand on it. You kind of want to gradually get back to it, because you saw right there, if I got on it too soon, it wasn't going to make the corner. Which in this case it did. Everything was just right. Like I said, to keep it away from the roll for arrow. And there you go. Alright, that's it for this track guide. I know I changed some things around, but figured it'd be better this way. And I guess there'll be another video. And that's actually the next week's track guide, and that's at that naval base that NASCAR is going to, and that's going to be a doozy, and you'll see why.